What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, just chilling, just doing my thing, and you know, shout out to Chris Paul. They got it done. I said that in the last live stream that CP shows up, and he ain't got a title, but his career ain't over, and you know, we'll see if he gets one this year. Obviously, the Phoenix Suns are a 64 win team. It's impressive. It's nice. I've been saying they're a contender the entire year. Devin Booker is back healthy. They're going to get some rest, and they're going to be dangerous. I'm a Celtics fan, by the way, and you know we'll see what they do. Obviously, everybody talking about Willie Green. Me and Destiny been laughing about that for a while. Willie Green so fake. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that. He was just doing all like he was hugging everybody on Phoenix, and I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling that at all. That was probably the fakest thing I ever seen from a coach in my entire life. Like seeing Willie Green just hug everybody. He hugged Monty Williams like 5 times. It was like, man, did you really want to leave Phoenix? Like, if you miss that Phoenix organization, if you miss that Phoenix love and compassion and the beautifulness of it, maybe you should just stay in Phoenix. Maybe being an assistant coach wasn't that bad for Willie Green, especially because they on the ship journey. They on a journey to get a ship in Phoenix, and that's their goal. That's the Phoenix Suns fans' goal, and my goal is to ride for my Celtics as always. My goal is to be there game one. I'm feeling better. The Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I've been to Celtics Bucks games, and I don't really hear nothing from the Milwaukee fans. Like honestly, I don't really hear nothing that much from the Bucks fans. Um, yeah, well, I went to that Milwaukee Bucks. They won the game. The Bucks won that game, but um, I was trash talking security guards and stuff like that. At the Bucks game, and they didn't really say much, but I seen them at the Bucks game. I just let them know they won that game. They didn't win the series, and I'm still feeling my Celtics at the end of the day. But um, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be fun, and that's how the playoffs are each and every year. And I'm excited. I'm going into territories that I've been in. The Milwaukee Bucks facility, the Milwaukee Bucks arena is not a hostile one for me. Like I said, I done been in the Milwaukee Bucks Pfizer Forum Arena, and I got in there safely. I got out of there safely. I even trash talked throughout the time, and it was all fun, and it was all good. So, I was there on Christmas with the Bucks in Pfizer Forum, watching that game, and Giannis got the block on Robert Williams. The popcorn thing is something that everybody talks about months later. People know that was on Christmas. Yeah, that was Christmas. Like me and Destiny laugh about it all the time, but people talk about me eating the popcorn. I'm like, I'm basketball analysis. I eat popcorn. I eat popcorn. Don't worry about all that. But I eat popcorn. But I just didn't get why it was such a big deal that I ate the popcorn. The price and stuff don't matter, but the popcorn was good. That's why it was a joke to a lot of people in the Wisconsin area. And my Celtics didn't get the W that night. Obviously, Robert Williams got blocked. It was unfortunate. It was going crazy in the arena, and it was fun. It was beautiful, and it was just a good thing for the Milwaukee Bucks fans because they got us that night. It was a good thing for Milwaukee in the city, and the Milwaukee Bucks is in the city of Milwaukee, which is in Wisconsin. But they got us that night. I ain't getting no trash talk. I got more publicity than the people think. Like I didn't get trash talk at all that night. Yeah, that on Christmas in December. That Christmas is in December in America, but chilling at the game. I mean, people still talking about that popcorn. People forget that that was in the winter time. It's spring now, by the way, and now y'all asking me questions about the popcorn thing in the springtime, by the way. And I mean, I'm just there for my Celtics to win. Regular season is regular season, and playoffs, we just want to put them out again. We put out the Bucks before in the past in playoff series, and our goal is to do that again. Our goal is to win championship number 17 and surpass the Lakers, and that's what the Celtics fans going to continue to say. They say what they say, I say what I say, but as a Celtics fan, our goal is to win championship 17 before the Lakers, and that's what we trying to do. But that popcorn thing is hilarious. Me and Destiny Rodriguez, everybody already know her last name, but we laugh about it all the time. I didn't think that I would be doing a live stream talking about popcorn that I ate in December, but it is what it is. I don't really know. I'm not in a rush to get down there. That's May 1st. It's Friday, so I'll be there. Not looking forward to meet people. Not going there for particular people. They're just going there and enjoy the game. Like I was with Bucks fans that day on Christmas, and I didn't hear no trash talk. I didn't hear nobody coming at my head. I just hear people talking about me eating a bunch of popcorn that day, and it's a beautiful thing to hear that. It's the springtime, by the way. That was in the winter time, and I mean, we still talking about it now, and that was in December. I feel you. I mean, yeah, thank you. I mean, we still talk about it in December, but I mean, the popcorn was delicious. Obviously, that's why it was gone. It was gone. But shout out to them Hoopers. Shout out to the AnalysisPlayground.com fans and the basketball analysis fans that's been holding me down for years. And I'm doing better. I'm feeling good. And, I'm just going to try to get down there when I can, how I can. And I will be down there most likely. And I'm just ready for my Celtics to go. I'm just ready for them, to get 1-0 and try to finish it as fast as they can so we can go on this championship journey to win the title, championship number 17. So we can get in to the playoff things that happened yesterday. Honestly, I'm only covering the playoff situations that happened yesterday. I got other stuff I got to do. I got other things I got to do. I mean, I still talk to my mom every day, so that was a dumb question I just think her today. Yeah, I mean, some of these questions I ain't gonna answer. I'm gonna keep them basketball related. But other than that, let's get into the playoffs. So to me, when I look at the Chris Paul Phoenix Suns team, let me talk about the playoffs first. When I did my live stream a couple of days ago, I said the Suns will get it done. They was up 2-0. The Pelicans did their thing. They got it 2-2. They competed. They thought they did the best that they could with the team that they had there. To me, Willie Green is more of a fake coach. Like I said in the live stream, the first one that I did a couple of days ago, which everybody knows, that's why they're asking about it now. To me, Willie Green more of a fake coach. To me, seeing a guy not care in the playing tournament, which I already said in the live stream before, seeing a guy just have no emotion, no passion, no desire and care for his team, even in the playing tournament, and to see him in the elimination game in a fourth quarter, not care, not show no emotion for a team that he's coaching. That was his first year as a head coach, and not caring for a team that he's actually coaching. And even when they're down, even when they have a chance to win, not trying to communicate, not telling guys where they need to be, what they should be trying to do to win a game that can extend the series. And, winning that game would make it a 7-game series, which will give them the chance to win in 7, which Willie Green just had no desire to care about, which was so fake and so stupid for a coach, especially his first year as a coach, to have that reputation and to see that in the playing tournament, to see that also in the games, 6, which they could have extended if Willie Green actually did his job, which he did not. It was laughable, it was disgusting, it was ugly, and to literally see Willie Green care more about the Phoenix Suns than the team he's actually coaching was stupid. It was fake and idiotic to me. Didn't like it. Thought it was hilarious to laugh at how fake it was to me. But other than that, the Pelicans did the best they could. I feel like Ingram, he scored. He put the ball in the basket. CJ facilitated. He made shots like he does. CJ does what CJ was doing, and Ingram does what he does, a relaxed scorer that doesn't defend, that doesn't play hard, and he puts the ball in the basket. But it didn't really matter as much because they got put out in the first round. But it's progress for them not to be a playoff team at all with Zion and Ingram on the same team, and for Zion to miss this entire year, and for them to make it to the playoffs without him, with Ingram as their best player, which we already knew coming into this season if Zion was going to miss the entire one, which he did this year, and he did not play a play-in game or a playoff game. I mean, this team changed a lot. They had a lot of undrafted guys. Trey Murphy didn't play much at all this year. That's not the season. This is the playoffs, and Trey Murphy didn't really play at all in the regular season. For anybody that's a Pelican fan, already knew that, so it was a dumb question and fake because that would be obvious if you're a Pelican fan. But and I'm not even a Pelican fan, and I already knew that off the top of my dome, so that person was definitely a fake. But to me, um, when you look at stuff like that and you see guys like Alvarado who's undrafted and got picked up late in the season, and guys like Herb that didn't play right away in the beginning of the year and played more as the second half of the season played and played even more in the playoffs. It was a good look for Herb Jones. He defended, he competed. That's his job in college. That's his job in the NBA, and he stuck to that. He made shots when he could, but his job is to be a defender, and he did well against CP3. I had Herb Jones already in my top 10 rookies, which everybody already knew that. That's why I just said it. So it's not really a surprise to me to see Herb Jones play defense. People knew that in college. People synced it in the second half of the season before the playoffs even started, which is common sense if you're a Pelicans fan. But to me, you know, it just show you that some fans are not your fans. Some fans don't even follow the NBA, and some fans don't even follow, the teams that they actually say that they follow. But you know, that's what they do. I gotta do my own thing. I'm riding, doing my own thing, and everybody here, on my wood as always, because I'm doing my thing and staying on my job. Because these people don't know what they talking about, and I do. So it's clearly facts that they don't know anything about basketball. But other than that, um, when I see Jonas, he competed. Like I said, they won their first game, and then they won their second game, and Jonas made shots. He had 20 and 10, and he did what he could. Like I said, he's a competitor. He tries. He does his thing. I mean, I don't really need to do that. I can just mention people names that's already NBA players like Alvarado and Trey Murphy, like I already said, and Herbert Jones is the same thing. They're already in the NBA, so they know that. That's why I just said his name. But other than that, the Pelicans, they did more that they could. They did more than they could, and they did do better than what people thought. And ultimately, they came up short. But it's a step in the right direction. Seeing a team that actually made the playoffs this year. It just show you, man. Well, they ain't gonna really be able to afford it. I mean, when you look at Ingram's contract, when you look at CJ's contract, it still has a couple more years on it. Yeah, realistically, anybody that know basketball knew that already. That getting rid of Zion might be reality now, especially when you look at the other talent that they're trying to put on this roster. But they still have Ingram under contract, and that's their problem. That's not mine. The Pelicans can figure out their own things like they've been doing, but I do know they need to get rid of Willie Green, because if you care more about the Phoenix Suns than you do it for the Pelicans, that's fake. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all hoopers know that. That's fake. If you care more about a team that you not own than the team that you is on, and the one that they just lost, that's backwards. That's not a coach for an NBA team. So other than that, I'm not going to answer that. Like I said, I'm talking about the playoffs that happened. Yeah, that's the playoffs. That's the off season. Two different things. Anybody with a brain knows that already. But other than that, what kind of question? These people asking the fakest, stupidest questions I ever seen. But other than that, Chris Paul, Devin Booker did that thing. They got up 2-0. They handled their business. They eliminated the Phoenix Suns eliminated the Pelicans like everybody knew. That was common sense. That's something that we just seen happen last night, and everybody knew that before the series was even over, and now it's over, so we know that already. But at the end of the day, Chris Paul did his thing. 30 points and 8 assists, and he was efficient. He did what he was supposed to do, which was eliminate the Pelicans, and now they can move forward to the next series. But Aiden, like I said, in a previous live stream, Aiden, he finished around the basket, he rebounded, he defended, he communicated. I'm really liking what I've seen out of Aiden, the maturity, the responsibility that Monty Williams and this organization have in DeAndre Ayton to be the rim protector that he is, to be the finisher that he is. I mean, his post move's good enough. A lot of centers can't post that much, and he posts enough. He does his job. He knows his role with this team, and he is excelling with it more than ever. And to see him do that in the playoff run that helped the Suns get to the finals, something that they haven't done since the '90s, once they did lose to Michael Jordan that year, and haven't been back since. You know, everybody knows that has a brain and that knows basketball, but you know, it's part of the journey. You know, Phoenix' job was to get out of the first round, and you know, now they can prepare for the next season. But you know, the Suns, they're a mature team, they're a veteran team, they handle their business. Mikal Bridges did come up with a big steal. Chris Paul closed series like he usually does, and you know, I like Mikal Bridges. I still think he's the best perimeter defender this season, particularly. Like I said before, for everybody already know that. That's why they just answered this. So just have them answer the real questions. Keep the real and keep the fake out. You know, at the end of the day. So other than that, I'm proud of what I've seen out of Phoenix. It's really no surprise they're a 64 win team this year, and honestly, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, but like I was saying, Phoenix, they do what they do. They got spacing. Jay Crowder made shots, defended pretty decently. JaVale, like I said, he's an athletic center. He's gonna come in, protect the realm, finish, you know, play the minutes that's necessary for them to win games. I like what I see out of Cameron Johnson all the time. He makes shots. He spaces the floor, defends, plays hard, and you need him to do that, and he usually does when he plays. And you know, I like what I see out of this entire team. Like this team is loaded. This team is stacked. They communicate. They defend. They play hard, they go hard, and you know, Chris Paul is a leader. He's going to make the right plays. He's going to make the right decisions, and he's going to step up when it's needed. Devin Booker is a multiple-time All-Star. He makes shots, he makes plays, and he's growing. He's maturing, and you know, for him to have the run that he did last year was impressive. But the goal is to get the job done. They didn't get the job done, and you know, that's their goal this year, and we'll see what Chris Paul, Phoenix Suns team does, and you know, on to the next series. Won't, yeah, I know that Philly Toronto. So when I look at Philly Toronto, it was more what I thought. You know, I feel like Philly, you know, was a little stupid to me. I mean, if you can win the series, you win it. I mean, Joel Embiid was saying they only needed to win one game, and I feel like they was doing that for the most part. Maxey had a huge game one, as everybody knows that's because they watched the game already. James Harden had a pretty solid series to me. Joel Embiid was dominant throughout the series, and you know, where was that? You know, seeing Joel Embiid just be that force and just be that guy to just these last 2 years, Joel Embiid to me. But I mean, he's still learning too. Like I said, when I look at a guy like Joel Embiid, he don't have Ben Simmons this year. He's still young, and they're still trying to finish the process of winning the title with him as their guy, which they haven't done, and they haven't got out of the second round yet. But I mean, I just said that, but they're still going on because the Toronto Raptors is eliminated now, and now Philly has to worry about their next series. And I mean, we can talk about that too, but I knew Toronto wasn't good enough to beat them. Scotty Barnes, he's a pretty cool dude for the most part. He plays hard, he makes shots, he defends well. Um, I don't really know about all that. Like I said, I'm just trying to talk about the playoffs as much as I can. with the time that I have available. So I'm trying to answer questions as fast as I can. For that reason, everybody knows the game. I'm famous and iconic, so I'm only trying to answer questions that matter for this particular topic. So unfortunately, people are not gonna like it, but I don't really give a fuck like that. You're a fool. I don't really care about all that crap. I'm just doing my thing right now. So you know, I'm talking about Joel Embiid right now. I don't really have to give a shout out to somebody that's already known and famous, and I talked about him on the show multiple times before. So to me, when I look at Embiid, he's been dominant. His defense has fell a little bit, but his responsibility offensively went up. Harden, he still cut back on the scoring, but they got Maxi for that. They got Tobias Harris for that. They got Joel Embiid for that. Everybody that knows basketball knows that it's a team sport. Guys stepped up. Like I said, Joel Embiid had dominant games. And this game, Harden scored 20-some points, and Tyrese Maxey scored 20-some points. Embiid, in game one, they had a balance, attack, with Embiid and Tobias and, James Harden and all of them score balanced in that game. So the goal is to just to get the game done. You have off games, you have bad games. Some guys just don't have it certain games, and that's why you have other teammates, for those games. And like I said in the live stream before, Philly just got to win one. They just got to figure out how to win one. I gotta keep this to myself though. Shout out to Destiny, but you know, Philly, they handled their business. Like I said, they was the favorite to beat Toronto, and they got it done. Like I thought. Obviously, when you're trying to be a championship team, you want the urgency, like Steve Kerr say, and they're still figuring that out. Like I said, Joel Embiid is a young leader. Doc Rivers is a championship coach because he won a championship with my Celtics, and this is a different team, different personnel, different players, different personalities, and that's how it is for a team like Doc Rivers. And I mean, I don't really got all that stuff. I mean, y'all can handle that. That's y'all problem, not mine. But when I look at Doc Rivers and what he did with his team, they won a lot of games without Ben Simmons. That's a chemistry thing, trying to figure out how Harden and Embiid works together. I was a guy that advocated for that. Like, maybe you should trade Ben Simmons faster so you can figure that out during the regular season and look better, in the playoffs. But that's just me. That's just how I feel. And, to each their own. People got their own opinion. But, Philly has a tough challenge, with Miami, who has been arrested. Like I said, Jimmy Butler and them already handled their business in 5 games against them in the Hawks. And, they're going to be prepared for a team like Philly. Oh, let me get to the last game, which was Dallas, Utah. Dallas, I mean, Luka. I know he gave me a shout out. Yeah, I seen it, but I was doing my own thing, and he called me just on that live stream anyway. So that's all he really said. But other than that, I'm proud of Luka. He got the job done. He scored and he facilitated. He was patient, and I feel like Bogdanovich, he's capable of making the shot. You can say the same thing about Jordan Clarkson. Donovan Mitchell can make it. Mike Conley can make shots like that too. They got a lot of perimeter scorers. They got a lot of guys that can make those type of shots on the roster. But I mean, if you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. And if you don't make it, you just get eliminated. And that's what they ended up doing to the Jazz. And it's tough for a player like Luka because he never done it before. He played his game. He did his thing, like I told him in a live stream. Just play your game and do your thing. He had 28. He had 30, and that's Luka. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna pass. He's gonna get guys involved and get guys open shots. And if they make them, they make them. If they don't, they don't. And also keeping guys involved while being able to score like that is tough. Most guys can't go for 20 to 30 every game while still rebounding and getting assists. I mean, his defense isn't great. I mean, anybody that knows basketball knows that. But that's Mark Cuban and them. Yeah, I met Mark Cuban at Summer League. Yeah, I talked to him a couple times at Summer League that particular day. So I mean, we already knew that was like 2016, 2015 or something. Yeah, so that was a long time. So that was a long time ago. I already know Coach Daniel. He's a YouTube coach. I already knew him a long time ago. On YouTube, we talked before, so he already knows that. Why I give him a shout out, I could say his channel name back. already know that his name Cody Daniel. So